screen. Okay, looks like we're back, so without further ado, let's finish Pandæmonium. Ah, Damien. I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake, after all. And Master Fortunal recently sent word regarding his investigation. There seems to be some common information regarding Professor Claudian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandæmonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Idioscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangement and join you shortly. Oh, probably savage. Can't believe it. I've done this twice in a row now. Yep. I'm not a raider, I will admit. So I didn't bother unlocking it. Speaking of which... what icon is that? I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let's forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Asie's Law. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was nowhere to be found. We were assigned to someone, or perhaps the man himself, had forced their way to the facility, and so this trail duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere, in its literal sense. It was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Huh. Further investigation confirmed the expedition party's suspicions. Now on an entire sector of Asie's Law has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported? Where? We believe that destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea. Here where its elegant facilities reconstituted as the halls of Pandæmonium, to great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Claudian is there? In that monstrous fortress? That is our leading theory. We're certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into the depths in search of the missing man. Probably nothing I can't handle. Yet before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandæmonium may appear firmly seated, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observe its behavior with the Idioscope. To our horror, witness it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped! It is here the sea harbors the souls of the departed. 'Tis a wellspring from which all creatures are born. If you're slower to stir, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. Safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Damien, and then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. You got it. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudine's airship. Take it with you. It may provide some insight into the enigma of Pandæmonium. Thank you. Without Themis, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain you'll be alright? Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusory allies. He isn't? But why, of course! I should have known someone of your talent would be master even the ancient arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. Once we are free from the looming specter of Pandæmonium, you must promise to share your knowledge. For the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meantime, I shall focus my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather resources from the confluences, construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Anabaseios, the 9th circle, is now accessible. I have no idea what to expect other than a friend of mine saying that the rates were good. So yeah. Let's fucking go, lads. I hope the queue isn't as long as it says it's gonna be. I specifically chose a healer to circumvent that. So what are the requirements? Okay, yeah, so long as you have at least gear from the previous dungeon, then you're good to go. Oh right, change the what's it call it? Nope. Hey, fucker! Why did you stop that? Oh, they added voice lines for this? Mythic creation. Cocytos. Cocytos? Okay, interesting. This is a big arena as well. No wonder they increased the radius for a lot of skills. Alright. Oh yeah, that's big! Jesus! Ow! What the? Okay. Oh no, this is horrible! Okay, I see how that works. Oh, it's using the souls of people and gaining abilities from it. That's fucked up. Okay, that's rude. Oh, okay. Wait. Is it a behemoth? That's fucked up! Oh! Okay, okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, you son of a bitch! Okay. Okay. There we go! Oh, whoops. Okay. even for gauntlets. Impressive work, Damien. The memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction just to set your mind at ease. Athena? I knew it! I am Athena, chief keyword of Pandæmonium, wife of Lahabrea and mother of Erechthonius. And it is I who made Pandæmonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one. For your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what Lahabrea has told you of me, but all I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is a further thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. So you have no intention of halting your research? I have not endured this long journey to let my dream of godhood go unrealized. The souls of the ethereal sea and the man you call Claudian are indispensable to my work. Worry not, but treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. You are as stubborn as Lahabrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools required to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, Lahabrea and Erechthonius. I shall stitch them into fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly. You? How? Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I'm unsurprised to find you here. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this iniquity. Is it something where we can speak without fear of interruption? Yeah. They're just straight up vibing here in the source now. What the fuck? don't know how long it's been, Damien, but it's as good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we, and what events led to this unexpected reunion? Okay, so the world as you knew it has been torn asunder, and I am actually just 8 out of 14 pieces of it. Ah, yes. I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you for a time, but I could find no trace. Now I know why. Sorry. Our age had its share of surprises, if my memories are to be believed. The supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are in a future where you, at least, exist. Wait, do you remember that? We do overcome despair. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? No, not quite. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. As but memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed, but as memories give fleeting forms, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid Damien in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, nothing more. Though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Damien. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandæmonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, knowledge her far exceeds our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of Pandæmonium now, the Pandæmonium now dominating the landscape of our souls. Damien's colleagues will doubtless prove us to be of value in that respect. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Just picks at the Lalafell. Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it's an honor to meet the personages I have only read of in Damien's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. My powerless to do aught as we speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. Isn't fear... It is my life I fear for. I only fear I might not have the chance to ask you all the question now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. To what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread with which leads us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource. That is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose first thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still, she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas of what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age, as a staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Erechthonians would never want that. But these emotions remain. In memory, if nowhere else. Good. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate the Pandæmonium and seek out Athena. That's what I'm planning to do. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. Alright, just don't drop it or anything. All that's left us across that menacing threshold. Shall take a closer look. I have one question for you. Does the word Aurosite mean aught to you? Aurosite? Why, yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Evilis, and the tales concerning the Ashen Laha... well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Asian. This personage is associated with black Aurosite known as the Heart of Sabik. The source of concealable power. Are we finally getting to the bottom of what the fuck the Heart of Sabik is? I see. So time has not buried it. I know in the Japanese version it's just known as Black Aurosite, but there must have been a reason why they changed its name and bringing it up now of all times. From the outside, Pandæmonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there's no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it's been cleared of threats, La Brea and I can approach. We shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandæmonium's gates. I hardly tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. I knew you would come. Themis. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too, at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more than real than Brea or Erechthonius. Even so, I believe I have a grasp of the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although her means of rebirth are yet beyond me. You're here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I am sorry to say that I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my existence, and I'm oddly inclined to act in her interests. do not but offer you words of warning. We will fight. It cannot be avoided. There's no need for that pain expression. Remember, I am but an illusion. Nothing worth shedding tears over. I would feel terrible if I had to translate this again. I know not what is on in your mind, but I must stress again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask you to listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erechthonius, so that she may become a god. Placing the souls readily available in the sea of ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you manage to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secrets of your strength. To that end, she prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. Oh shit. What in the fuck? Oh, that is some Resident Evil 5 bullshit right there. What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We do little but hope for Damien's success. Ooh, shit. Pandæmonium. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown so much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Someone's drilling another apartment, are you fucking kidding me? Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster. If you've done so many others, then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for it is the only way to stop Athena. Anabaseios, the 10th circle, is now accessible. Fucking hell, dude. I'm guessing this is gonna be like a wall boss or something. very oddly shaped arena at that. And intangible pillars. Alright, you can pop now, anytime now. Please? I wonder if there's anyone, like, just, you know. Okay. They're so gross.
I am Pandæmonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Demonic dungeon. Pandemonium.
You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web.
What the hell?
This offers no escape.
Ow! Oh my God!
Lady Athena.
Come on. Wait, what? Ah!
Stay where you are.
Uh-oh!
Wet like unto chains. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Oh, there's spider webs now.
All hearts lead back to me. I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power.
What the hell?
Stay where you are.
Oh, I'm out of mana.
A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucked. Ultima!
I am Pandæmonium, and these cells are mine!
Shit!
Stay where you are. You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web. This prison offers no escape. I mustn't disappoint Lady Athena. like unto chains. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Oh shit.
All paths lead back to me. I operate in it of Lady Athena's power. Stay where you are. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable. I am Pandæmonium, and these cells are mine! Stay where you are. Prepare yourselves to leave.
Okay, that's new.
Your punishment shall be unending.
Ah!
For mother. I'll give you special cells. Your soul screams. Wait, like unto chains. These bars are unbreakable. Stay where you are. Wait, like unto chains.
And there we go.
All paths lead back to me.
That was a beautiful display, as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Damien, is that? Pandemonium's final gate has been cast aside. I shall await your arrival beyond. Apologies for not coming sooner. This place is enveloped by some fell energy. Couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. I ought to have anticipated this. She bore witness to the past events within Pandemonium. Athena found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the Anabaseios' discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul. Aye. To breathe life into that which would never live. Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friend, we've made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. Ooh. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present. The sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we could have considered childish fantasy, if not for the name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. The Heart of Sabik. To you, the secret of the Ultima weapon's might. Not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Chagalian Empire was gifted this Orosite by an Asian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. It was you. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. Is there aught you are withholding? Very well. At present, the Hadzabeak itself is of the greater moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. Oh shit. This predates even Pandæmonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Orosite, studying with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike all we'd ever seen, the heart of Zabiq. Did Athena encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, by any chance? Unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Zabiq is not the only Orosite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal. We came to suspect it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Orosite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to steal the Orosite and City's influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So, what became of the Heart of Zabiq? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I entered her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memory somehow stored within, I would remain in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give those memories form, as she did with her own, she would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is slow to see mistakes go unpunished. I told you all that I know of Athena and the many secrets she had kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Zabiq, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the Ultima weapon, in which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. But according to your colleagues, there was yet another battlefield on the battlefield that day. An Asian. And the selfsame Asian was later struck down at a location known as the Aetherochemical Research Facility. I've heard that name, and recently! It was the site of Professor Claudian's disappearance. Indeed. He was chasing ethereal signatures resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession. A signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Zabiq. In which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind on his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elizabeth is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena had required, and has long since turned to dust. Claudian is reincarnation of Erechthonius. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we are to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Damien. Themis. I fear you won't find them so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. Excuse me. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he'll be eager to see reason. We need only break the magic that binds him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, I couldn't stop trying until I was freed. You didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask you to do the same for Themis. But none of us are real in a conventional sense. I feel it must be done. Themis would have never wished to be your enemy. I'll give it my best shot. While Erechthonius' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agnistis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakened under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. Anabaseios, the 11th circle, is now accessible. Coming close to the end. While we're waiting for that, I might as well hop over to Razathan and grab some relic materials before I run out of tomestones. Let's see. Yep. I don't remember which one I had left to do, but I'll figure something out. I suppose I'll do Summoner next. There's so many people that it's like lowering my frame rate slightly. Oh god. Ooh. This is borderline artifact armor, jeez. At least in terms of design. Ooh, and a right eye patch for once. Nice. Would have been nice if I still had a one-eyed character. Ayo? Ooh, I gotta get the dialable version of this. This looks sick. Oh. Oh shit, is this the convocation?
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit.
Oh shit.
In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Elysius.
Of course it would be to the edge. Ephemeral Justice, Themis.
My heart quivers in anticipation. Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Whoa! Deep inside, when nothing more, scions and sinners reign. Do light and darkness fade? God, I love this!
Submit to the emissary's judgment! The balance must need be maintained. Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Okay.
My heart quivers in anticipation. Will light embrace or darkness consume? judged worthy to exist. These magics are not for you to read.
I can't go that high. Fuck.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Will you be judged worthy to exist? Now to take your measure.
Don't fucking scare me like that, dude. I had a feeling.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die. Now to take your measure. These magics are not for you to read. Will you be judged worthy to exist? Will light embrace or darkness consume?
I fucked up.
Warriors forged in my own image.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
These magics are not for you to read. Power from beyond! am the emissary, and I shall never die. Now to take your measure. These magics are not for you to
Okay, that was an awesome fight. I love that. Also nice to see like the convocation seats like in all their glory now. Oh well, I guess I'm getting a helmet. Yeah. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of naught else, but I never guessed the desire of mine she would exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made it plain my interest in you. My desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? Free. Then I am no longer needed. Demas! Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. We need you, Themis. This warmth, your ether. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that you can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elizabeth, the emissary. As such, it falls to me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I will not waver in this duty. Let us return to Erechthonius and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Damien would guide you to our side once again. I'm grateful to have the patience to tolerate my I'm grateful that he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I put every moment of my remaining time seeing that she answers for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of our plan. Of course. As I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Damien knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. Fucking knew it. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's soul, while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she turned her sights towards Damien. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Damien's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. And to fight Athena, we must fight Claudian as well. We need not hasten to the man's destruction. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suited than anyone else? He's you, dumb dipshit. Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory? Is that how you pronounce that? When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Erechthonius. Knew it. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. A mother's touch. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, fucking Christ. First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidipus was. If our opponent stands upon the verge of godhood, as we are now, she would make us in an instant. Damien, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many others besides, squarely on your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. That's a burden I'm used to carrying. I imagine so. Even had we relied upon your skill at arms. Never have we relied upon your skill at arms. And we appreciate Damien's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Don't trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Damien. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Let us trust in La Habrea and prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she never discovered the aura sight, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I've asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let's put them out of our mind. There's something we must discuss. I would not do so as La Habrea, but as a father to his son. This is it. The first time I'm at the final raid in a current raid. Let's fucking do this. Alright, come on now. We just need one more tank. Please. I kinda wanna finish this so I can have dinner already. Please? Actually, I did wonder, they did change how, Okay. So it still works more or less the same way, it's just the heal that's been changed. This looks fine. Yep, okay. Anabaseios, the 12th circle.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Heyo. Kind of a funky beat going on here. Theos, Athena. Not what I expected from the music, but I'm not complaining. What? Ah, I see.
From nothing I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
It's like a pop remix of Here Be Lions.
You change of course in the fabric of creation.
What the hell? Oh, thank you, Summoner. Huh? Oh, it's got the fucking backup singers as well! Ugh. This is very rude! Fuck! Ah! Ow! Fuck is this shit?
Seven hells to the pinnacle of the heavens. The world shall crumble.
Oh! Okay.
Singularly resolute soul. These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. Shine brilliant for me. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
What?
Today, my theory shall be proven as thoughts.
Ugh! I had too little health.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. I give voice. Shine brilliant for me.
God damn it! 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 Ah! Oh! Alright. Oh, that's it this time. Fuck! You gotta be kidding! Come on, come on, come on! Fuck!
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Oh my god. That fucks me up every time. Come on, almost! Yes! Woo! Oh man, that was rough. Athena? Really? I would have loved a La Brea minion, but okay. Woo! You know, I didn't expect the edgiest raid we've ever had have the final boss of that being this giant, colorful pixie. Countless years I waited within that stifling crystal. And now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is naught but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? Why end this road to... At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that you worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. unlike you, Erechthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there's but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. To prove this would not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect steward. That it would shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The oral sight has made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have created them from the whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You are but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you unpossessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Erechthonius. Always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason. That you might serve as my tool. And like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs. That you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it. But with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are, witless, if the star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, the Habrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memory seize this chance to follow suit, They may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Erithonius, do not dare! No! Stop this! Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own. And I have found my true family! My power wanes. The vessel rejects me! What is happening? Athena's magics have impotent with no body to fuel them. Precisely. Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandæmonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Damien's Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Damien's final resting place. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing. That you would even be capable of defying me. Wait, what? Ah, is there more you would say to me? Have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I'm only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, bearing you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. And who made me that way? This is it. Although Erithonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudian, and to ensure that there are no further disturbances in the Ethereal Sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. Didn't think so. It seems we could do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nemgigi has enlightened us on the historical events which led us to this era, she let slip of the name of one of the Asians, La Brea. Although she knew the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there was no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. Yet I am aware that this La Brea used the heart as a beak to sow chaos throughout your world. I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Asian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I the same? It is my fate to work in the shadows and bring untold destruction. I mean, the evidence is there, but he's just so different compared to what he was in AIR. I can't be certain. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Asians often use bodies of others to enact their plots, so it's impossible to say who they truly are. These Asians, or paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I heard but a small number of their deeds, and I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths with which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, it's a decision I would have made under the right circumstances. While the ages may have taken their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart as a beak as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. He's waking up. Ah, it appears that Claudian has awakened. Damien, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. The Habrea. I acknowledge these memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline, you hope to forge a son equal to yourself. crucible you placed on him left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At least I will hear no more. Though you may possess Ericthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of the Asians. But you are not him. You are the Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you have deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandæmonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus the Liberator, who said the very first he wheels into motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have set my peace, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past and seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may be there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I wait your return. Man, what a raid series, huh? I'm very curious to see what the Savage fights are going to look like. I don't intend on playing them, because I am casual as hell. But what's this Athena's second form going to be, I wonder? Oh, hey, there's people here. Wait, Hegemon? How long has she been here? Okay, that's neat. Damien, truth be told, I thought you would have a little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. I just wanted to say hello. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He's gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We brave Pandæmonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I relinquished control of Pandæmonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, so now authority resides in its rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured it through Athena's research into the Hemethioi. Thus, we were able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. Yet, there's still much more work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandæmonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. But before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandæmonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. I shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. What do you intend to share your... Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Stay here. This will be over soon. Someone's fucking construction work started again. Give me a second. There we go. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There's so much more to be done if the waters are to be freed. You've served within Pandæmonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword, now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I'm but a shadow of the man I was at the time when my appointment was La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magic that Hephaestus used to bind the warriors' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master Labrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into Anabaseios, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to achieve such dominion can exploit a strong emotion within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandæmonium into chaos. With their attention divided, Keyword and Water alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom of it on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I can only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemony. None would question your pride and your position, your devotion to Pandæmonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandæmonium, but Athena's.
Master Labrea, whenever I spurred to sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, Labrea?
Do not approach! As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I've come to a decision. One that was made with the best interest of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight. Engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness of the true Labrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done.
Is she alive?
Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well.
Athena's puppet no longer. I see.
She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandæmonium to divert my focus. Hegemony, I would ask that you serve me anew. There's none other suited to overseeing this prison. None other will take such pride in their duty.
My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of Keyword?
I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence.
Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. Praise himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice but once his judgment is sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only for the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk it with him. I will allow a bond to fray no longer. As the son, I will support him in the days ahead.
I will not ask you to say the same, Damien. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any depths between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather the loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction.
I see. There you are, Damien. While you were away, the team has brought me up to speed on what happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Asi's law. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erythonis' place, grasping for the body of his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first resounded the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed. It was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories. The passage of time likely changed Erythonis' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erythonis, he is exposed to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth under Asi's law was not your own. it was Athena's influence working through you. I do not recall being being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually, although the choice was not entirely my own. I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for the events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated, well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance does more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure into motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. Really now? For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Erycthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Erycthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us to behold. Shall we witness it together? Yeah. I leave this memory to you, for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. The Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires a great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandæmonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandæmonium cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest with the will of the star. Must I consign to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That is why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in a tide of the underworld. It contains memories of the Pandæmonium from both my father and I shall bear this one into the future even if I cannot. I imbue the crystal with a magic that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this magic will reach me. Pandæmonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along. One with almost a natural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved? And how many beasts has he slain since we last met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Damien, maybe we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandæmonium. Please make haste. I repeat. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. And now we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart has a beak. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. It appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace of Athena. However, its power as oversight yet remains. It may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire Star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. My throat's starting to kill me.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
Oh shit! Voice acting?
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandæmonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel. You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandæmonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandæmonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Aetheris' salvation. Then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
Oh man. Farewell, Litibus.
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Was that him in the past seeing the Sundering or something? Welcome back, Damien. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, it is a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Habrea said, I am not Ericthonius, yet I bear part of him inside me. I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you farewell. And that is the end of that. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Take care.